Hello, YouTube people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time of day it is that you're tuning in. Today, I want to talk to you about Malasana to keep on the topic of hip flexor engagement and the importance of your ability to compress. Directly, it's impacted your ability to do inversions and arm balances, is impacted by your ability to compress the top of your body to the bottom half of your body. That makes it easier to stack the joints. Joint stacking makes it to where there's less energy taken from the muscle system, and then you're more dependent on the skeletal structure. And that way you can conserve energy and you can get more hang time and experience float. That's a subject we'll talk about later. But today we're going to talk about Malasana, or your yogi squat, deep squat. So first, I'll just demo, and this is my body. It's an individual, so you don't directly compare everybody's body. It looks different, but there are some mechanics that will be the same. So with Malasana, the first thing you want to do is ground the heels. If you're having an issue grounding the heels, so you're up on the balls of your feet, you're leaning forward, this is normal in the beginning. You know, your body, treat it like a stone at the bottom of a river. Just let time shave you slowly, okay? Nothing happens in just a day. So no problem. Get yourself a yoga mat rolled up or a blanket, maybe even a book, but a blanket would be softer, and you just put it right up underneath your heels. You know, if it's not up that much, then one fold is good. If you need more, fold the blanket more, and put your heels under there, and then sit up as tall as you can. All right, so we'll do it from the side, heels on the blanket, squat down, sit up as tall as you can. Once you don't need it anymore, then you'll ground the heels on the ground, deep squat, sit up as tall as you can. So we got our heels grounded, either on a blanket, a book, rolled up yoga mat, or on the ground. Bring the elbows inside of the knees. Bring your hands into prayer. Push into your prayer hands. Squeeze with your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Eyes on the horizon. Draw the navel back and up toward the spine. Breathe. Now, if you have your heels supported and you're still having a hard time getting into your squat, maybe it's a little high, okay? Here's what you can do. You can find something that's grounded enough for you to get down to your squat, wherever it is. Grab a hold of that very grounded thing, like a very heavy anchored chest of drawers, or a very heavy table, or something that's bolted into a wall, like a bar support of some sort, for you to grab onto. Like, grab it from underneath, pull your body forward, and sit back into your squat. That will lengthen your psoas over time and deepen the squat. So if your squat is way up here, to grab underneath of something nice, weighted, anchored, pull into it, sit back and down, so that you can deepen your squat over time. Okay? So that's tip number 2. So we've got support the heels if they're not grounded, and grab a hold of something that can support the weight of you. As you resist, pull against it, and then deepen the squat. So if we've done all those things, and then you're able to sit in a squat comfortably at first for maybe 30 seconds, then extending that time over time. Maybe you fold your laundry like this. Maybe you play a board game with your kid like this. Maybe you scroll through your phone like this. But if you'll just keep coming back to Malasana in any state, like even just hanging out like this right here, it doesn't have to be with the elbows and the hands in between, but that brings awareness and the lift in the core. But we have to keep coming back to this squat. So you have to incorporate it into your daily life. Maybe it becomes how you do some tasks around the house. But the more that you implement it, the more that you visit it, the deeper the squat will get, the better your hip compression ratio will become, the easier it will be for you to find lift in your arm balances, like crow. So crow's usually one that people want to engage with when they first start getting into a yoga practice. And this position here is the prep position to come to here, 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 and then one here. So if you've come into your crow, you're getting started in it, right? So the first thing that most people will get worried about with crow is falling on their face. So you've gotten into your squat, elbows between the knees, prayer hands, we're pushing in the prayer hands, squeezing with the knees, creating a lift in the core. We're sitting up as tall as we can, eyes on the horizon, breathe. Then we want to enter Bakasana, right? So we plant our palms, fingertips spread wide, make a firm base. Bend the elbows very deep, bring your chest down, forehead down, okay? At first, you can put your forehead on this block. That takes the, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fall on my face out. So then you lean up, press your forehead into the block, pick one foot up, then the other foot. The block has got you. Squeeze those hip flexors, keep the knees high into the armpits, and then coming back down. Voila. Crow. Once you're not worried about falling on your face anymore, you enter it the exact same way. Fingertips spread wide. Nice firm base. Deep bend in the elbows. Bring your face close to the ground. 1 foot, 2 foot. If you're squeezing your hip flexors, you push the ground away. Extend the arms. And then coming down. But that's Malasana and how Malasana leads into entering Bakasana. So keep practicing that squat, keep engaging those hip flexors, drawing your bottom half of your body into the top half of the body. And then we'll be back with more about how stacking the joints leads right into advancing your inversion and arm balance practice. I really appreciate y'all being here. Thanks.